1, 2, 3.
Welcome.
Yeah, where's Tamee?
Let's get on with
Let's
the show.
do it. Let's go. Yes, happy dancy Tamee.
Yes.
Yes. We have chosen
Yes.
a, in my opinion,
Okay.
an odd grouping of drinks today.
Really?
Yeah, I think.
Why?
Well, Texas is about to lose all power due to a cold storm. The Pacific Northwest
Yes.
is freezing.
Yes.
The entire East Coast is basically underwater.
Yeah.
We are now going to rub it in everybody's faces that we in
Yes.
California have been experiencing 75-degree days.
Yeah, but we do have an excuse.
Sorry, we have earthquakes every once in a while. Like every 25 years we have an earthquake.
We have a bigger excuse
Okay.
to do a little water-themed show today. It is the zodiac sign of the Aquarius.
Oh, is that starting today?
No, it started about,
So
about
just
10 days ago.
all right.
Started about
So
10
it's
days
just
ago.
whenever.
Yeah.
All right.
It is Aquarius.
Yeah.
But guess what?
What's that?
In Europe, for example, everyone around now, because
Right.
from tomorrow on, or today on actually, is school holidays, which means a lot of people in Europe are going on holiday to warmer places.
So wait, they get the winter off in Europe?
There's a week's holiday for school kids right now. Yes.
Do they get Christmas off too?
Yes, they get.
So they get Christmas off, and then a month
they
later?
get this week off, but not Christmas.
No wonder the Chinese are beating us at everything. Crazy.
Yeah, it's called Semesterferien.
Yeah.
So you got, like, for example, the Canary Islands are really big.
Yeah.
'Cause it's only like a 4-hour flight.
The Grand Canary,
right?
sure.
You can go to like Dubai on your 4-hour flight.
Wow.
For example, like Spain is big right now.
Spain
It's
is
mild
huge.
and warm. Portugal and so on. We're celebrating just, getting away from where you're at right now. Sitting on a beach and having some cocktails.
Yeah, that's great. I love it.
Or live in California.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing today.
I actually went sort of the opposite way.
Oh, no, you went cold drinks.
No, I did not make cold drinks. I have found 2 ancient tales of how the sea can destroy a man. That is the way that I went.
Okay.
I'm sure you went the other way.
I
You are the positive one. I am the one that is.
suppose.
Yeah. So I'm going to be, my first drink
Yeah.
is a play on an old cocktail. This is not my play. This is a Trader Vic play on an old cocktail called it's called the Navy Grog. This one is called the Ancient Mariner. Have you ever heard the rhyme of the Ancient Mariner?
No.
By Samuel Taylor Clemens, and it is a wonderful poem about a sailor.
Yeah.
So most of the poem takes place, and he is talking to somebody. He's telling his story to this guy.
Okay.
And it's this mariner who is telling the story of how he was on a boat, basically with all his men,
Yeah.
and they saw an albatross. And usually, so sometimes albatrosses can be good news, sometimes they can be bad news. Well, without even thinking about it, without any thought to this, he shoots the albatross, kills the albatross.
Oh, no.
At that point, the entire journey goes south.
Of course.
So this is where we get
Instant karma.
Instant karma. So this is where we get the term an albatross around your neck.
Yeah.
So basically, once he killed that albatross, they put the albatross across his neck. The entire crew dies. Spoiler alert. The poem's been out since 1780, so you should have heard it by now.
Don't need to read it now.
So basically, the entire ship goes down, except for him, and he has his famous line, "Water, water everywhere, and oh, the boards did sink. Water, water everywhere, nary a drop to drink." Basically being left in the middle of the ocean to die.
Yeah.
Let's make the cocktail. Here we go. So we are going to start off. We're going to start off with a cocktail called the Ancient Mariner, based on the rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. Let's begin over here. We're going to start off with half an ounce of grapefruit juice.
Love it.
You will recognize grapefruit juice in this cocktail from its predecessor, the Navy Grog.
Or by the color, it doesn't look like lemon. It doesn't look like orange.
Oh, sorry. I just
it's
mean
a mixture of the two, which looks like.
I just mean if you have if you know the Navy Grog, you will recognize the grapefruit as being put back in here. There's a couple things that are the same, and a bunch that's different. So we're also going to be putting in 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice. So let's go ahead and slice us one lime. Here we go. I did not measure these limes, but I'm going to take a
What is it,
guess
about an
and
ounce?
say about 3/4 of an ounce.
3/4 of an ounce?
Yeah,
Okay.
most limes have about 3/4 of an ounce. Most lemons about an ounce. That's the gospel that I preach. We're going to be putting in 1/2 ounce of simple syrup. No, we make our own simple syrup.
Homemade.
Homemade.
Always.
Yeah, Dean, our producer, toils over this all day, making the greatest simple syrup he can. Now, of course, that isn't in, the simple syrup is not in the original. This is where we start to shift. Instead of the honey that goes into the original, the Navy grog, we are instead going to be putting in kind of a fun ingredient, which is All Spice Dram.
You do love that stuff.
Well, it really does. So it does two
I've never
things.
used it. You've used it quite a few times, as we can tell.
Yes, as we can
in
tell.
your cocktails.
Sometimes I just take shots of it.
It is great. It's fun stuff.
Well, and it's
Let's get
also
real.
it's so tiki, and it's also so Christmas. Like it is a nui, but like it's in one single bottle. Now, if you don't have this, Paul sometimes doesn't have this, but he does instead have pimento dram.
Oh.
Also good to use. All Spice Dram is what this one originally called for, but alas. Listen, this ship's going down anyway.
Paul is watching.
Yeah.
He probably has this at home.
He probably does. I'm
Mix
just
that
saying,
in.
listen, if you're able to make all of these cocktails and you the one thing you don't have is the allspice dram, instead you have the pimento dram, awesome.
It's okay. Okay.
I'm only gonna need 2 rums for this. The
Only.
Well, the original one calls for 3. The Navy calls for 3. This one only needs 2. So what I'm gonna need is I'm gonna need that Curaçao, that blackstrap rum, which is a dark rum. This is spectacular. If you've ever been to a Strongwater Anaheim, the owner of that calls himself Blackstrap Rob online. It's named after this. This is his favorite rum, or at least
I was thinking of their previous place, Blind Rabbit,
right.
in Anaheim. Strongwater, of course. Haven't been there yet. Need to go.
Do I just move the whole thing up? Yeah. We're on TV.
We're on TV. It's
Right
live.
here? Okay, great.
Live right now.
Much better? Oh, we got it? Okay, good.
Live TV.
Spectacular. I hope that made sense to you guys. I'm also going to need some Demerara rum, and that's going to be that Eldorado 12.
Oh, okay.
Demerara rum, of course, rum that comes from Guyana. It's Guyanese rum. It is it's just spectacular. Yeah, it's not. Well, it's not necessarily sweet. It's actually a little woodier than other rums.
Oh, really?
This is kind of, if we had not gotten this as a gift, we would not be using the 12-year Demerara rum.
That's true.
It's a very nice rum.
And it's almost empty, too.
Yes, well, some of us sneak stuff in. Here's a fun fact.
Yes.
We don't have any ice.
Wow.
So, yeah, if we could grab that ice from us, I put it back. You guys saw me cutting ice earlier.
What in... I can then say hello to everybody who's
say hello
tuned
to
in
everybody
right
while we're
now.
doing that.
So we are going to say hello to, of course, Paul is in the house, Betty Barden is in the house, Cocktail Lulu, Feet or Not Feet, Matt Daddy is here, Danny, Dixie. We have
Wait, where's Larry?
I'm sure Larry's
It's
there
always
too.
Danny, Dixie, Larry.
That's true.
Those are the
Larry
three
hasn't
musketeers.
said hi, but I know Dixie and Larry stick together like glue, so
Good.
Larry's in the house.
Good.
We have Cynthia here, of course. We do also have... There's a lot of comments. See, that's the thing. There's always another show going on in the chat.
That's how it should be.
We have GCR.
Great. What's up, GC?
GCR. Welcome.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that.
The Grand Canyon River Rapids.
Jay Carter, Party Starters here. Doug is in the house. Carl Tender. Rob is with us. Keith is here. Scroll. Love everybody that's in the house with us tonight. Oh, and Scott is here as well.
What's up, Scott? How you doing, buddy?
All right.
Let's now go ahead and give this, now that we have our ice all
Yes.
settled, let's give this a big shake. We have big cubes, so I wanted to break them down a little bit. That's why we got such a big shake. Now, this is the glass I've chosen to put this in. This is not the original glass that would have gone in, but I figured you're an ancient mariner, right?
Yeah.
You're a mariner.
Yeah.
You're going down.
Yeah.
You see amongst you all of the slippery, slimy eels come back up, all the men being ripped apart by this thing. One coconut flies by, you're like, oh, listen, I'm cutting into that coconut. That's my idea on this one. So go ahead and pour this into a coconut. And of course, what kind of garnish would this get other than
algae?
A an albatross.
Oh, of course.
That flies by.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Wow. I mean, the end.
The end.
The story has come to an end.
Technically, it ends in a heaven-like. It ends in like limbo.
Yeah.
Basically, but that's a pretty good way to do it. So in the future, guys, don't just kill random things.
Yes.
I think that's the tale of the Ancient Mariner.
Well, if you didn't know that until now, just in general, don't just kill things. See, I can't kill even. I hate spiders. I still trap them in a container.
Yeah.
And then I take them outside and I throw them out. And if I cannot, if there's a no way out situation where they must die, I do apologize before I kill them.
We have a rule in our house that if you're inside the house, you're dead. If you're outside the house, you can live forever. So if you're inside the house, we have made a pact.
Okay. Do you apologize before you kill them, though?
Hell no.
It's very important that you do that. You have
people's elbow. They're in the house.
You have to say I'm sorry. It was not his fault that he came in.
This is a no excuse state, I believe. I don't believe you need to give anybody an excuse if they're in their house. You can just shoot them, bugs included. Second Amendment.
Oh my God.
Double that.
Can I? Is this a straw situation or non?
No.
He was on a boat. He didn't have straws. Right? That's a luxury.
What if a thing floated by?
Okay. A little. Yep.
It's like a little bamboo floated by.
Little bamboo.
I don't know where the Ancient Mariner actually went
where?
down.
Oh, okay. Don't know what ocean?
No.
Okay.
Probably the Atlantic.
Here we go, everybody.
Cheers.
See, it was worth killing the albatross.
Yeah. It's a cursed drink now, unfortunately.
Now you tell me?
Well, I did shoot an albatross into it after I told you the story.
I was just gonna say, it tasted really good.
It's a very nice drink. It's a well-balanced drink. This is a Trader Vic cocktail.
I know we're not too fond of him, but we do love him.
So maybe that's a double curse, which actually ends up reversing the curse.
For you, not for me.
Well,
I never had some hatred against him.
If that's, I guess, the second lesson to learn: hate some people.
I gotta say, it's pretty good.
Thank you.
Did that make him survive?
What's that?
Well, he was drifting in the...
Oh, yes, no, so he did survive. The problem...
What's the end of the story?
No, that's not the end. There's 8 books of this one poem. It's so long, but in the end, basically what happens is he has to tell his story to everybody, which means that, like, if you do something wrong...
he's one of those people that's got to tell everyone
that's
how
part of the
great
curse.
He is?
No, how bad he was.
Oh.
How awful he was. Because he killed this albatross, he felt so bad, and now the sea has cursed him. And now he, of course, has to tell the world, and he has to wear this albatross around his neck.
Okay.
It's a bad news story. It's very, very sad. Yeah, Samuel Clemens was Samuel Taylor Clemens.
That story was stressful.
Yeah. Sorry. There you go. It has a drink that goes along with it.
Much better.
Stressful. Yeah, much less stressful.
Okay. So I was going to take it on a more lighter note.
That sounds ridiculous.
And we had like ocean vacation feeling, beach. So I thought I would just go with something that is kind of vacation-y, that's kind of ocean-y, that's kind of breezy.
Right.
And it's called Bluewater Breeze.
Oh my goodness, this sounds
Bluewater
delightful.
Breeze.
This sounds
You're
delightful.
on the water that is blue.
Yes.
And you have a breeze.
Yeah.
Right. This is a quick shaker.
Okay.
With some interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Normally you wouldn't kind of mix these two liquors together, but I thought we would.
Sure.
It's not my invention. It is a concoction from somebody called The Blonde Cook. And I think her website is theblondecook.com. You can find loads of really delicious cocktails and dinners, basically, from her. So shout out to theblondecook.com. What we're going to start out with is... I know you hate this, but vodka.
I do not hate vodka.
I know, but you think like crazy people drink vodka.
No, I think sociopaths and psychopaths drink vodka straight.
Let's just say.
But within cocktails, it has a place. I have no problem with vodka.
Okay, fine. Well,
Paul, on the other hand.
I know. Yeah. Paul's going to say something right now. Yeah. 1.5 ounces we're going to do of Tito's, or any vodka that you have. Really, let's be honest.
Yeah. Vodka, the best vodka tastes like nothing.
It should taste literally like nothing.
Yeah.
Then Here's something fun. We've had this bottle for a while.
Goodness, yeah.
Coconut Rum. Finally, we can use it again.
We're going heavy Curaçao today.
I know.
We don't normally use Curaçao stuff. I like that. What's the ABV on that, just so I know before we go into it?
Let's check it out.
Mid-20s?
21% alcohol.
Low 20s. Yeah.
Wow.
That's great.
We've got vodka in there too, so
yeah.
We're strengthening it up. 1.5 of this bad boy.
So 3 full ounces of booze in this one so
3 full
far.
ounces of booze.
Okay. I like where we're heading.
Then I need a little bit of coconut water.
Okay.
Which is in the fridge.
It's right by the old ice.
We're having someone run for the fridge right now.
Yeah.
Oh, Keith says vodka is fine. It's a tool for cocktails.
That's right.
That's true. Thank you, Keith. Thank you so much.
I just got whinnied at like I was a horse.
That was fantastic. Oh, Grant is in the house.
Oh, Grant, who is of course my guest tomorrow, where we will be doing we will be doing candy cocktails. So all cocktails having to do with candy. If you
mean a live guest?
Oh yeah, live guest. No, not in.
No, Zoom.
No, Zoom. All my guests are Zoom. So all my guests are Zoom.
You were the only.
No. Grant lives in town. Grant lives right down the street. He's actually very close to here. He could like walk to here.
Why is he not coming to yours live?
Listen, I don't want anybody in my house. I don't know. What? We had you at the house. You know, you and I see each other. I don't want anybody else in my house. I don't want people to know where I live.
Okay. We're gonna do 2 and a bit ounces of coconut water. Okay. I know I said 1 cup, but it just gut-wise feels a little bit wrong.
That's a lot.
We're diluting some really good stuff in here. So
let's make it with a little bit, and if it's too much, we can add more later.
Correct.
Yeah.
Does this have the lid off? It feels like it's brand new. This feels very heavy.
Okay.
See? Ha!
Well done, Tam.
I knew it.
Detective Tam is on the case. Do you need to know whether your coconut is brand new? Call Tam.
Give it to me. I'll just do this.
1-800-TAMEE.
Yeah. It felt.
And then just finish it up with 6s.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Calls for 1 tablespoon.
Okay.
I'm not going to use a tablespoon. I'm just going to do this. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. And then we're going to do, and you have to do the sound effect with that as well. 1 tablespoon of blue Curaçao. So it's going to give you this really nice marine kind of color.
Yeah, I love it.
No tablespoon here. It's just kind of a dash. There we go.
Wow.
Okay.
I love it. I thought we were making sound effects. Wow.
I mean, yeah.
Wah,
okay,
wah,
that's fine. Can I have a little bit of ice,
yes.
please?
Let me find a way to get that ice in there.
Oh.
We've had a restructuring recently. And
we had a restructure situation.
Everything we need.
Yes.
There we go. Oh.
Thank you.
Well.
Give this a quick shakeroo.
Yeah.
See, because the ice cubes are too big. It's not a party. It's not a party in the house.
We don't have those whiffing cubes. That's what we really need.
Is that what it is?
Whiffing cubes. We always need whiffing cubes.
What are whiffing cubes?
Rich Whiffin, who is watches us, is a big fan of ASMR, but only one type of ASMR, which is when I shake those half moon cubes on my show. He gets very upset if I don't shake those.
Oh.
So what happens is, of course, we named the cubes after him.
Oh.
So Rich Whiffin, the inventor of the half moon cube called the Whiffin cube. That's a little Dr. Kush's exotic drink lore right there.
Got some cubes named after him?
Well, he does.
Do we have any ice to put in that?
Sure. Do you want the big ones?
Something to fill it up, but not to the brim, because there's one more thing that needs to go in there.
Other thing of ice if we have it. Yeah, because I thought maybe we'd be just pouring those ones in there. That's not gonna work.
Danny says a vodka Red Bull is Tammy's favorite drink. That is correct. Oh, Rich is in the house.
I know he is. Yeah,
and he says, "Yep, need the cubes."
Yeah, need the cubes. Yeah, we are talking about getting an ice cube maker in our facility.
Cynthia says Scott dances like a car wash.
I'll take that.
But is that effective though? That could be effective.
I mean, how many songs have been written about car washes? At least one.
At least one.
At the car wash.
Yeah. I mean, let's get real. Look at that.
Ooh,
look at this.
That is quite.
And it should be almost to the top,
color.
just like that.
First of all, I love that glass.
Isn't it yours?
It is mine. Technically, it was a gift from one of the bars that I used to work at.
It is beautiful.
Yeah, gift.
I did steal it. Borrow it forever.
Oh, I borrowed it first,
Today.
so yeah.
Okay,
So no
fine.
worries.
So, last off,
That's right.
we just want to pour. Oh,
Nope.
jeez. Pour it a little quicker than I did.
Yeah.
A little bit of pineapple on
Oh
the top.
my goodness! Look at the colors change.
Just to do that. It's going to drip a little bit down. You will actually see it'll start changing a little bit of color.
Yeah.
But a major thing that we're
Yeah.
going to do right now
Oh no.
is a garnish.
Oh
made.
no. Now that the albatross has fallen, what's gonna happen to this ship?
I mean, maybe the guys, maybe he was on here. I don't even
That's
know.
what I'm saying.
Oh, it's dripping over, almost overboard. Here we go.
Wowzer.
They're out with a huge umbrella.
Yeah.
A little tiny sail.
And it's still
And they
afloat.
caught a fish half the size of the ship.
Yeah.
I mean,
This is becoming more Moby Dick than Ancient Mariner.
he caught a whale.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
He caught Moby Dick here right now. I'll put a straw in there for you. Here we go. And can you see how it's like?
I do, I love it.
It will slowly sink to the bottom.
So you gotta get to the bottom quick.
So you see a beautiful little marine layer going on right there.
This is a
Put
very
the straw in
happy
there.
cocktail. You.
It is.
I think
well,
you
gotta
understood the
lighten
assignment.
the suicide drink that
You
you
understood.
just had.
Well, listen. Wait till the next
oh,
drink
no.
I'm gonna make.
Okay. Anyway, cheers
Oh wow.
to the Bluewater Breeze.
Yeah. It's very nice.
You like it?
Oh, it's very nice. Yeah, it's it would go very well tomorrow. It's very sweet.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Sorry for my for the candy
yes.
cocktail class.
Oh.
This is a very it's very nice, perfectly sweet.
Refreshing. Can you imagine sitting on a beach somewhere in the ocean side?
I can.
On your deck.
Weeping about the Ancient Mariner and all of his people.
Maybe on a boat.
All kinds of stuff.
Yacht.
Yeah, on a yacht.
Hey, on a yacht.
On a yacht.
All right.
To get to.
Let's just. Oh, Blue Lagoon. The Great One is in the house. Said a Blue Lagoon. Yes, absolutely. That's a classic movie. Remember that one?
I do with what's her name?
Brooke Shields.
Brooke Shields, where she was like 12 and
Super hottie.
living on an island with a
Yep.
boy.
Avery's in the house.
It's a very normal movie.
Rich says that's an impressive garnish and the colors are super. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you. Everyone's again another whole different show going on
Sweetest people.
in the chat. Thank you, everybody. I say, as I sip on my
Yeah.
Marina drink here,
Yeah, the Ancient Mariner. Yeah.
drink numero tres.
While the Ancient Mariner is easily one of the saddest stories to
Yes,
ever be, there
clearly.
is one sadder. There is one sadder. And that is, of course, the tale of the half fish, half woman who lived with her royal father
Ariel?
on the bottom of the sea and
no.
only pined
Oh, no.
to get to the top so that she could betray her kingdom, lose everything she's ever had for one man,
Yeah.
lose her voice.
I want to be where the people are.
Yes.
I want to see them dancing.
Didn't we do this song
I know.
like 10 minutes ago?
Well, hey, guess what?
Yeah.
Guess what?
So I wanted to do a drink based on the saddest story of all
It's a
time.
love story.
Very sad. She never sees her dad again. That's sort of how that works. What happened to Sebastian?
Okay,
Sebastian probably got
alright.
caught.
Yep, I mean-
Caught, cooked.
By you, probably.
I look a fisherman. Look at me.
Yes.
I would burn up at the sight. So I'm going to take a cocktail that is it's an older cocktail. I'm going to be making a newer cocktail. Not an older. It's from the 80s called the Miami Vice. I'm going to switch that up, and we're going to be making a drink called Part of Your World.
Love it.
Now, what I'm going to need is, of course, a blender.
Yes.
And unfortunately,
Do you know what's sadder
some time.
than your sad story?
What's that?
That the 80s is actually older than you think.
Yeah, oh yeah, well, because Little Mermaid came out in 88. Isn't that
it?
right? Yeah, 88 or 87.
Really? Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's already 40 years ago.
I know.
That the 80s were on its way.
I know.
So
Almost,
that's
yeah, one of us is
sadder
turning
than
40 this
your
year.
story.
That's this character right here. Okay, so let's begin. We're going to be making two different cocktails. That is sort of how this is going to work. So we're going to be starting off with our sand layer.
Yes.
In our sand layer, we're going to be needing 2 ounces of pineapple juice.
Okay, starting off good.
Yeah.
Love your little
Thank you. We're gonna be needing 2 ounces of Coco Loco or Coco Lopez, or if you have Coco Real, that's what we're using here. We're gonna pour that right in here and go.
Yep. I speak Spanish, so Coco Real means real coconut.
It means the royal coconut.
Well,
So your Spanish is close.
I mean,
The Real is
I speak the slang version.
Yeah,
and
verdad would be the real.
Means, okay.
See, I also am going to need
Yes.
some Plantation rum.
Okay.
Are we going to use that big bottle, or should we use the? Let's use this one.
5 years aged
Yeah.
one.
What are we doing?
The special
This is-
stuff.
Wow, we're just burning money at this point.
I mean,
Let's use this.
if it's here, we'll use it.
Plantation. We're going to use that at 2 full ounces. Basically, what we're making here is we're going to be making a sand-colored. Like a sand-colored layer, and this is going to be a pina colada. I also am going to need some of these freshly cut chunks. Don't listen to that sound that I just made.
No
These are
sounds
freshly
were
cut,
heard. It was
pineapple
me.
chunks. Throw those in there.
Yep.
And of course, why not some ice?
Yeah. I'm glad you're using the blender and I'm not.
Well, I got to use it twice, unfortunately. That's the whole point of this drink.
Well, the
So-
blender doesn't hate you, it hates
The blender
me.
does not hate me. That is
Yeah.
correct. Let's see how I do. I assume somebody's already said soup. Let's put it on soup real quick.
Soup's
where's
always
soup?
good.
Soup didn't work.
Oh, see? Hates you too.
Okay, so we have our sand level now. Do you mind handing me one of those large glasses? Yeah, those. Sorry,
this?
the other one, the one that you
The
touched
other one?
first. Yeah,
This one?
the Collins.
Oh, what? Oh,
Those
okay.
are Collins. Yeah. Just gonna pour this into
Looks too
here.
thin.
Listen, we have.
Beautiful.
Throw me
Another one?
Collins. Yeah. We're just. There's
Okay.
gonna be way too much of this one. There always is.
Oh,
So we're gonna throw that in here.
because
Give
that
this
will always go to waste.
Yes, nobody will ever
On
drink
this show.
a full pina
Let's
colada.
get real.
Now we're gonna be adding into it our sea level.
Okay.
Our sea level. So what we're gonna need is 2 full ounces of white rum.
Yes.
Where's all this rum? There we go. 2 full ounces of white rum.
I have that's true. Rum should be over there.
I
for
do not
you.
know. I do not know why
The
we set the bar up
vodkas
like
should
this.
be over here for me.
Yes. 2 full ounces
Yeah.
of white rum. I
Yeah.
need 3/4 ounce of blue Curaçao.
Yeah.
Same stuff. 3/4 ounce. We got to make
Bowls
this look
all
like
the way.
bowls, baby. Bowls, FTW. 3/4 ounce of that.
Yep.
I'm going to need 1 ounce of lime juice.
Yeah.
So let's cut us a lime and squeeze hard. There we go.
Yeah, you said 3/4.
I know. So let's use the big
Get a
one.
fat one.
Yeah, let's get a fatty. Good catch.
Yeah,
Let's get a
then-
fatty right here.
Yep.
Squeeze as hard as we possibly can. Get as much of that out.
Yep.
Here we go. There we go. Perfect. And we are also going to need just a dash of simple syrup.
By the way, simple syrup, if you want to make it at home,
Yeah.
it is equal parts
correct.
water and sugar.
Yeah.
Bring it to a boil, bring it back down to a simmer, let it cool. You got yourself some simple syrup.
You know, you don't even need to let it boil for the most part. If you're just making 1-to-1.
Oh.
If you're making anything more than 1-to-1, though, do let it boil. Let's get this real big. Okay, so this is my idea on this.
Yeah.
I have got Ariel's tail right here. This is Ariel's tail,
Yeah.
and I wanted to create the duality of man with this cocktail. So I've put a little strainer in between here. We're gonna push this down as hard as we can, and then we are going to pour these in at the exact same time.
You mean like a border? All right. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Then we are going to pull this out. And now what we have is we have Ariel. We have a lot of spilling. I didn't realize how short
That's
that
fine.
was. We have a lot of spilling, but we have Ariel's
Yeah.
sea side on
Yeah.
one side.
Yeah.
Let me get this right. And we have her sand side on the other side.
love
There is
it.
another way to pour this cocktail, which I
okay.
will show you real
Yes,
quick.
please do.
And that is going to be with some the help of some friends.
Okay.
First of all, I don't have crabs, but I do have squid right here. This is a squid.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yep.
right down there at the bottom.
Squid guy?
Yeah, squid. We're going to put him all the way down at the bottom. That's down at the sea.
Uh-huh.
And we're going to fill this up
Yep.
right here.
Yep.
We have our squid down there at the bottom.
Squid
You
guy.
can see him. He's just floating right
Yep.
there.
Great
we're then gonna
documentary.
we're then going to take our mermaid.
Yes.
We're going to throw her right there.
Yeah.
And we're going to slowly, because she's stuck between two worlds,
Yep.
we're going to throw her right here.
I want to be where the people are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that bit. Yep.
Yep. Is what she's saying right now.
No,
but-
well, she's a mermaid. She can breathe.
And then on the top,
Yes.
they don't make humans, but what do humans come from? Monkeys. So now what is happening is she has her friends all down here.
Yeah.
Her squid friends.
Yeah.
She lives between
She's
two
buried
worlds.
in between sand
looking-
and ocean,
She's looking for a monkey.
and she's trying to climb out to her monkey friend.
That is the story of the Little Mermaid.
Wow.
This is part of your world,
I
the
mean-
cocktail. 2 different levels, 2 different layers. You can have whichever one you want. Which one do you want? You want this one or the other?
Gadgets and gizmos are plenty.
That's right. Yeah, we've done it.
Let's just say that.
yeah,
I don't know.
really-
I don't know what I want.
Well, it's totally up to you because these
What?
are my these are 2 different ways to serve this glass. Either the duality of man, or the entire story of the Little Mermaid.
The entire story.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, of course. There you go. And now, of course, these are going to be 2
Yes.
different cocktails on both sides.
Well,
So
I'm gonna need to taste them both.
yeah, so you're gonna need to taste them both. So if you sip from the top,
Yes.
you'll get one thing.
So,
if you sip from the
Gonna have
bottom,
this little monkey guy on here so I can say
believe I-
cheers to everybody at home. All right, is everybody ready? Cheers. Photo op.
yeah, there we go. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go right down the middle because
Okay.
I'm a
Well,
man
you,
of 2
hey, you
minds.
do you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to beat that.
Oh wow, that's great. Okay, Danny says she just wants the bigger one. No, I don't. I
Listen,
want
Dan,
to taste the whole story.
There is no.
Okay.
There's no problem with that. Just do not suck up the squid.
Something was
Yeah,
trying
you
to,
see it? Yeah, you see
something
that?
was
There's
trying
the
to
squid.
get the straw
If you
right
turn
there.
it to this thing right there, you see the squid right there. You see the mermaid right there, and the monkey right on top. They do exist still in there.
Yeah, because a mermaid could breathe underwater.
Yeah, of course. And apparently on
She's
air.
not dead.
No,
Well, in
she
your sad story, she probably would be, actually.
In the original, she is caught in a fishing line and murdered.
The Grimm's tale. The
Yeah.
Grimm's brothers.
In the Grimm's Brothers tale, she is
Oh, my
she is
God.
caught at the end in a fishing line, and she is slayed open, and I forget what they find in there, but it isn't good. Just FYI, guys. Just FYI. There's a reason that some of us drink.
Clearly to deal with those stories,
Yeah,
yes.
Listen, I had,
Okay.
my dad was a comparative
Beautiful.
literature major. I was a comparative literature major, and in the end, you read a lot of books, and those are
Yeah.
sad books. They never give you happy books to read.
Did I teach you the story on Ariel?
Yeah, the Grimm fairy tales. I took a whole class on the Grimm fairy tales. Very sad.
That's right, the Gebrüder Grimm.
Yeah. Ja, Blüte Grimmum.
Yeah, Gebrüder Grimm. Hey, let's put this round here.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, if you didn't want to go to the ocean side
Right.
right now, then I don't know what's wrong with you.
Right.
To enjoy all of these fantastical catches of the day.
There we are.
We have 3 brilliant catches of the day.
Don't go in the water, please.
Don't go in the water deeper than your knees. That's what I never did. I lived in Florida almost a year before I moved to Los Angeles.
Right.
One great thing is water is warmer,
Yeah.
more sharks.
More sharks and alligators.
Well, not in the ocean.
There are. Look it up, people. There are alligators in the ocean, and they're evolving, and they're going to kill us all.
Didn't worry about that.
Now you have to.
so much. Now I probably will.
You know that the alligator at the zoo was
What?
found at the LA Zoo.
Yeah.
Was found in the LA River.
Oh.
Philippe. Look that up too.
Philippe?
His name is Philippe
He has
the
a French
alligator.
name?
He is. He's very, very French.
Very-
Yes, he was
very traveled.
Yeah, he was eating snails at the point. And
Oh.
they said, "Oh."
And un petit escargot.
They said, "You're coming to the
Un
zoo."
petit escargot
Mon ami.
for l'alligator. Okay, great.
Yeah.
I gotta say, as sad as your stories were, and how fantastic my garnish was,
Yeah.
I'm going to pick your super sad sand ocean story drink.
A part of your world is what it's
Yeah.
called. One of the saddest songs ever written.
Don't want to be part of this world,
Well,
but I will drink a lot of it.
it's Ariel's world. We're just living in it.
That's true. The princess of the ocean.
That's right.
We will take her cocktails
Yeah.
all day long.
All day long.
This is fantastic.
There we
I mean,
go.
how fun. See, you moaned about the topic of the day.
No, I didn't moan about it. I thought it was an odd one. I just thought it was.
And
I
yet,
thought, yeah.
you weirdly enjoyed the sadness of the stories and made them joyful. See?
Cheers.
There we go.
There we go.
So, let's just say thank you so much to everybody that tuned in.
Thank you, Tammy.
Please be part of our Patreon. Go to patreon.com/mixcocktailhour. And if you want to be super hip, please go on to kickstarter.com. We've just announced our Kickstarter program. So go on to kickstarter.com and search for Mixed Cocktail Hour, and you can be part of our world.
Part of our world.
You can be
That's
part
right.
of our world. All right?
Ours isn't quite as sad.
No, ours is joyful.
There we go.
Clearly. Much more music, much more singing. You guys don't even know what's going to happen after
as soon
this
as
show.
she said I brought them. You didn't even say what they were. I
did.
I knew what them meant.
I said I brought them. Hey, maybe I'll bring them again next week. Please tune in again next week.
For our Super Bowl special.
Exactly. We have a Super Bowl special. What's your show for tomorrow?
Oh, Candy Cocktails. Candy Cocktails with my brother Grant.
Exactly. On youtube.com/CushTender
Right.
at 6 p.m. PST. And we will see each other next week to prep for the Super Bowl.
That's right.
It's going to get exciting.
Yeah, a lot of competition.
Love you long time, everyone. Please always remember to like and subscribe and also click that subscription bell as well. We will see each other next time. I'm Tamee Harrison. This is Scott Cushman. Cheerio.
Cheerio. Tammy, you seem. Oh goodness.
Please let me know, Scott,
Tammy,
what you want to know. I'll turn it off. It's fine. It's fine. Okay.
Yeah,
fair enough.
sorry. You seemed very interested in the rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, so
Yes,
I
it
do
was
have.
Annoyingly fascinating.
I do have one more toast for us since
Okay.
we're going to be doing this.
Yes.
I don't have it memorized, so I'm going
Yes.
to be reading it, but
Please do.
Oh, dang, I just lost it. Give me 1 second. Oh. The many men, so beautiful, and they all dead, did lie. And 1,000 slimy things lived on. And so did I. Cheers to you.
Beautiful.
There you go.
Thank
the Rime
you
of the
so
Ancient
much.
Mariner. If you haven't read it,
Wow.
it is something else. Cheers. We did it.
What a beautiful poem.
Thank you guys. Read the Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Spectacular.
And just a quick shout out to everybody who wants to be like a cool kid like us with one of these mix. No, I have yours.
Oh, yeah.
This is yours.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I have another one right here, which is mine. If you want to be a cool kid like us and have your very own mix cocktail coin, you can either go onto patreon.com/mixcocktailhour and be a monthly subscriber, or just hop onto kickstarter.com and search for Mix Cocktail Hour and give your pledge. All right, everyone, this is it. I'm going to listen to a couple more verses of this very depressing poem.
Like one that on a lonesome road doth walk in fear and dread, and having once turned round walks on and turns no more on his head.
Until next
because
week,
he knows the
everyone.
frightful fiend
Cheerio.
doth close behind him tread.